Shunzi Yatsishura, the Japanese rider, decides he'll join him. Then we've got Paul Lewis, then Manfred Fischer. They're all having a bit of a tea party on this left-hander that claimed Lawson earlier in the race. Gustav Reiner again in all sorts of problems. Fire, he's calling for help. That bike costs about £35,000. Please, 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 somebody help. It burns and all Reiner can do is shout and scream for a fire extinguisher. It's costing him thousands of pounds by the minute. At last, a fire extinguisher arrives and the fire at last is put out. But that's probably cost the popular West German an awful lot of Deutschmarks. Our friend Dave Peterson coming up, and not so lucky this time. He breaks his shoulder in this accident with Massimino Meserere, but Meserere able to run back, pick up his bike and continue in the race. On to Spa in Belgium, and poor Jean-Francois Baldet. He slides off. His Honda decides it's going to carry on through the bus stop chicane. Baldet unhurt, the bike parking itself happily. Not so lucky there. Luca Cadalora on the Garelli. Comes to a halt. Cadalora walks away from this one. La Source hairpin at Spa brought down many men in this very wet Belgium Grand Prix. 125 championship contender, Cadalora out of the race. Now you don't see Ron Haslam crash very often, and he's known as a wet weather expert. But watch number 5 on the Alf Honda as La Source claims yet another victim. Haslam slides away from the bike, round and round, has time to look behind and run back. Paul Lewis, the next one to go on the Suzuki. Very similar fashion. He lies out in this one, bangs his hands on the ground in frustration. And this is Raymond Roche and his Rothmans Honda. The Honda decides it's going to carry on in the race on its own. Mike Baldwin, a different approach to La Source, but the same problem. Going into the hairpin on his Lucky Strike Yamaha, he drops the machine, he has time to run up the track and get back into the race. Tells the marshals to leave it alone. So La Source claims another victim, this time on the approach. In slow motion, soon as he applies the brakes, the front end goes, and Mike Baldwin's chances of championship success disappear as the American and his Yamaha slide up the escape road and out of the action. Now, if you're talking about real rain, you're talking about Silverstone 1986. Jacques Boll goes down, Zito Pons takes avoiding action over the grass. This is the view of Frenchman Jean-Francois Baldet, and you can see just how difficult it is. And this is Pons back in the race, but way down the field after missing Boll, who fell in front of him.